All right, hello, and welcome back to the drone series, Race Drone Edition, and where we are actually 3D printing and putting together our race drone. So we will continue where we left off from last time. Um, so let's get right into it. So how about we start off with something easy? And remember how we had these bullet connectors? So we actually need to place some tape over them to not leave the connection exposed so they don't short circuit, right? So we're pretty much going to grab a little bit of tape, maybe anywhere half an inch to an inch, and then just go ahead and wrap it around here. Actually, an inch might be too much, so maybe half an inch.
Are we wrapping all the lead connectors?
Yeah, all was it 12 of them?
Oh, what the?
And you gotta wrap them individually, right?
All right.
Wait, why are we doing this again?
To prevent short circuits, just because when we assemble this on our drone, they might be like super close to each other, something like that. And if they touch, that could mess up with our motor signals.
Okay. Why don't? Okay. What are the lead connectors supposed to connect to? Shouldn't we do it after?
These connect to the motor, and the motor they actually connect straight in here. So if we wrap around it, we should be good. Just because it pops right in.
Oh, I see.
So maybe use like half an inch, or maybe even a little bit less. Well, 3 down, and I got 9 more to go.
We have to cover the whole golden contact.
Yeah, so ideally you want to have it like that, where like you have no gold sticking out.
Okay.
Good question.
Solomon gets a gold star.
Yeah.
Oh. Does it have to touch go all the way? Never mind. My hands are so sweaty, and so it kind of ruins all the stickiness.
Yeah. Try to touch, the sticky side as least as possible. And if you notice, I'm doing it pretty fast. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just as long as it covers the contact surface.
Ah, mine's came off. The
What?
entire lead connector.
Oh, the connector came off. Damn. Well, do you want to fix that right now, or maybe like off after we finish today's session?
I'll fix it on my own time.
Got it. All right. How many do you guys have left?
I just finished the 6th one, so halfway there.
Okay. So I'll just go over some safety. Meanwhile, you guys finish safety reminders. It helps to wet the sponge to clean the solder ironing tip.
All right.
And then once again, it's hot, so be wary of where the tip is. This model actually came. I think you guys have the same stand, which is pretty useful because you could leave it running hot like that while you're close by, right? You don't want to leave it unattended. But yeah, this gets really hot, upwards of let's see, what does it say? It says 300 degrees, 400, 450. So yeah, it gets pretty hot. Just be careful with that. And as we use the solder, this one does not say anything. So it probably has lead, which you want to be in a well ventilated area. So maybe open your window, have a fan going, or something like that, ideally.
I have the filter box thing running, or the carbon filter.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
open my window though. All right, I got all the tape on the connectors.
Okay. I'm just picking out my jumper wires that I'm going to use. I'm trying to color match them with the ones on the transmitter. So we actually had an issue with the previous transmitter. It turns out that the voltage was too high. The output voltage on the transmitter was too high for our camera. So we opted to replace the transmitter with one that outputs 5 volts. So we might have to do some unsoldering and resoldering in this session. So that's probably the main thing we're going to do today. All right, Armand, are you almost there?
I feel like I'm always left behind.
Oh, no.
First, it was second grade, where everyone would leave me behind the playground. Next, it's
Now you're
second
doing
grade.
good.
I'm kidding. I was a jock.
In second grade?
All my life.
So for the this is our ESC. I actually took the plastic cover off. So I don't know if you guys, if that would make it easier for you guys, but it made it easy for me because at a later date we're going to stick some screws into here to mount it into the frame, and the plastic just gets in the way. So it might just be useful to take it off.
All right. Yeah, I haven't taken mine off yet because I didn't know we were supposed to take it off.
Is ESC the one 20 amp or the 20A thing?
Yeah, the green sticker.
Oh yeah. I'm just gonna leave it on for now. So
Sure.
you have to take out the transmitter now, right?
Okay, yeah. So show me your guys' camera, because you guys have a different setup than mine because I was missing that piece, which ended up not working anyway.
Do you see my pictures? Do you remember the pictures I sent you last time?
Oh, got it. Let me check.
You can check those.
Oh, okay, I see. So you guys have this pretty much. The camera with the white connector, and this white connector actually, if it decides to zoom in or focus the adjustment. Anyways, this white connector separates, right? You have the
Yeah.
camera and then this other stuff. We're going to want to unsolder these three right here because we aren't going to use that.
All right.
So I'm going to use my little helping hands and try to get it done in one go. So
And that was we're disconnecting the camera from the old antenna.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And what'd you do there? You just melted it?
Yeah, just melted. Break the connection.
Wait, I'm gonna try to fix my lead connector, and then I'll hop on later.
Right. Okay. So with Solomon, at the end, you should have the camera and then the cable that connects to the camera.
All right. Oh, I gotta get in a better position. Wait, how hot was your soldering iron? It's not cut through the plastic. Or
I
maybe
have
it
it set
is.
to 350. It helps if you take the tape off.
If you go to 350, a little bit higher than 350 works for me.
Yeah, so maybe just pull the tape back or take it off completely and hit the solder directly.
Okay. It's a lot of tape. Hold on.
Yeah.
So you melt it and it just falls onto your desk or something?
You might have to like pull on it as you melt it. So that's why I secured one end of the cable on the helping hands. You hit the solder, and as you're heating it up, you're pulling away.
Okay.
If you hold the heat there too long, the wire will get hot, and you will feel it. So keep that in mind.
Melting the tape. Okay, got it. Or at least I got one of them. Two more.
You have to take the tape off first, right?
Yeah.
Any tips on that? I'm just using the wire cutter.
Yeah, that works. Either that or just unroll the tape, right?
Tape's not unrolling.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult.
Gosh damn it! Why did I have to do such a good job?
That's what I was thinking. I'm like, I did a good job on this tape because there's like 5 layers to unravel. Okay, there we go. I got it. I almost soldered 2 of the wires together again. Okay, so I have the camera disconnected from the antenna now.
Okay, so you
And
have
then
this. That
Jared
piece
is gonna
black.
like burn me. He's trying to. Yeah.
Okay, great. We'll wait for Ramon to catch up. So I'll kind of explain what we're going to do next. What we need to do is, so these connectors connect right up, right? We just the one we just unsoldered and the camera.
Yeah. I have it like this.
Got it. So like that. These 3 wires, we need to make them connect to these 3 from the transmitter, right? So the transmitter came with a cable connector, and there's a total of 5 cable.
Yeah.
A black and a red, and then a yellow, blue, and a red, another red. So luckily these came with pin connectors already. So we need to adapt some jumper wires or some jumper cables to connect to these pins. So that's why we will be using these socket connectors, because these fit right into the pins, right?
Yeah.
So ideally we have to destroy these cables and then solder the destroyed cable to this other end of the cable of the camera, and that will complete our cable again, right? So it's going from the camera to this socket end, which will then connect to our transmitter once we finish with that. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these wires. So I have 5 jumper wires. I try to color match them as best I could. So I'm just gonna cut it in half.
Okay.
Are you cutting the jumper wires in half?
Yeah. So I'm cutting it in half just because that'll give us more than enough cable if we mess up and we have to cut the cable shorter and redo it.
You have to cut you're cutting all 5?
Yeah.
And then do we need to strip all 5 of them on the end that we cut?
Oh, wait. This is stupid. Wait, time out. Sorry,
Well,
so if you're cutting in half, then we don't need 5.
oh yeah, I mean it's just to keep the color coordination. But
Yeah. I'd
yeah,
rather
it's
have
up to
it.
it's up to you, you know.
I don't have color coordination anyways.
He's colorblind.
Oh, I'm
That's
not.
why. No, so yeah, like that's a good point. The color doesn't matter. The inside of the wire is the same, so it's gonna connect no matter what color it is. So I decided to take Solomon's advice or suggestion and just try to color code them. In fact, there's 2 reds, so I'm using a white instead of the second red one, just to be able to differentiate from the 2.
Wait, there's 2 reds on what?
On this one, right?
I think it's in. Oh, they are the same color. I thought that was orange.
Oh
I
man.
think the yellow and the blue was making me think it was orange. But yeah, they are the same. They're both red.
Our camera wires are the same, right?
Yeah. So yeah, then we would strip a little bit off. Maybe let's see, like a quarter of an inch, if that, maybe an eighth of an inch.
All right.
Got it. So it's kind of hard to do it and not cut the cable, but ideally you want to get that. Let's see, is that better? Nope.
Should we leave the soldering iron on?
Yeah, so I just have it on, but I have it beside me, like somewhere where I'm not gonna hit it accidentally. Oh, but what I was trying to show is so you start off with, when you cut the wire, you of course you just have that end. There we go.
How do you cut the wire so good? The end piece.
Just use the wire cutters. I think your kit came with one. And then this is the end product that we're looking for. You can barely see it. That blurry piece on the end is just bare wire.
I see
Okay.
Shoot Me sent a video over. I can't open it though because I'm recording.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just about Armand's color blindness.
Oh no. I think
Wires are pretty small.
the wires.
Coating is super thick, right?
Yeah. So these cables are pretty thin to gauge. Okay, so yeah, once again, ideally, if you have wire strippers, that would be ideal, but we don't have wire strippers at the moment, so we're using the wire cutters and slightly pressing down that it bites the cable. Just the coating, don't press all the way down. Oh, I just pressed all the way down and cut it in half.
It's tough. It
Oh
takes
my
a
god, I cut my
delicate
skin.
hand.
I'll cut your skin off too.
Okay, yeah, we gotta be careful with the skin. I should have pointed that out. So let's try this again. Slightly press on the wire cutters. And once I feel it bite in, I'm going to pull this wire this way, and I'm going to push the wire cutters that way. Yeah, there we go. It worked. I'll repeat the process.
I've got 2 of them done.
How much of the wire do you have to cut?
Just like a tiny little piece. It doesn't have to be a lot. Just because the part that we're connecting to is so small anyway. So as long as it's the same length or bigger. Oh, well, actually, now I'm going to redo these ends because I think they're a bit too small. I don't know if you guys are running with the same issue where there's not enough wire sticking out from here. Like
Oh, those
barely
ends.
Yeah, so I'm going to do the same to those wires. And these are even thinner, so it's even harder. Here goes the whole cable. Oh, one Once again, there goes the whole cable. Gonna run out of cable. Oh, actually, I just used my nail on that one and it worked pretty good. So let me try that again. Yep. The nail method worked for me.
Oh, you're just using your nail to like twist around it?
Oh no, so what I did is instead of using this, just use your nail to strip a little bit of the coating off.
Oh, I see. All right, I got the first 5 done. Now let me do the 3 that are on the camera.
That's fine. I'm still stripping wires.
Yeah. It could be tedious.
It's getting stuck on the adhesive. Oh, I know, it's getting stuck on a bit of solder. All right, I'm good on the stripping the wires.
Okay, so now we have, or should be getting shortly to having 8 wires, 8 cables with the wires exposed. What we're going to do now is take our rosin paste flux and we're pretty much going to add just a bit of solder to these tips. It'll help them keep them together, like wounded. So like go ahead and like comb your wires, right? So that
Yeah.
they're straight as can be. They don't have to be perfect, but I mean, you know, as long as the majority is straight like that cone. Nope. And once you have them combed, you're going to dip each exposed wire into the solder.
All right.
So this solder, once again, it's pretty much helps the solder stick to the metal a lot easier. Sometimes the solder doesn't want to stick to whatever you're trying to solder, and it can become frustrating. So this that's what this rosin paste flux is for.
If one of the wires of the multiple thin wires inside gets cut, is that fine?
Yeah, I mean, as long as like half the wire isn't missing, you should be fine. As long as they're like one strand or maybe two. And actually mine kind of got uncombed after I stuck them in, so I'm trying to recomb it without trying to take the rosin
And
paste off.
we're dipping the 5 wires that we cut as well.
Yeah, so it's a total of 8.
Okay.
Wait, the
No.
3 are you're talking about the camera wires plus the 5?
Yep.
You could do this.
Oh yeah.
Now they're just ready to go whenever.
So I set up the cables here on the helping hands,
All right.
and I'm going to hit the solder. So I'm just adding a little bit of solder to the exposed connection.
And we're not connecting anything right now. We're just putting solder.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went ahead and stopped once I had like a small, like you can see the coating on there, how it turns silver because of the solder. And
Yeah.
if you add it enough, you can see like a tiny little ball of solder.
Okay.
So now I'm going to set up, let's see, what 3 cables. So this actually uses, well, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter, but for Solomon and me, it would be the yellow, blue, and the red wire because we're trying to color code it.
Yellow, blue, and
Red.
wouldn't it be black? Or my
So
camera, it's a red, a black, and a yellow wire.
right, but our transmitter has blue, red, and yellow. So
Oh,
I mean, you're
we're
going to
basing it off of
mismatch.
that.
Yeah, you're going to mismatch on one end anyway.
Okay.
Unless we get color changing bumper wires.
Oh yeah, multiple.
So what are we doing? We're doing red to red, yellow to yellow, and then
That's
blue to
actually
black.
a very good business idea.
Oh yeah.
One color to another.
By the time this video is up, the patent is gonna be already um filed for, so no one can take the idea.
So say that again. What happened?
Oh no, I'm just joking. Like, oh, before we post this video, we're going to file patent for that idea. So I'm gonna try to do the same with these 3 wires, just add a little bit of solder on these ends,
All right.
and that'll make our connecting the wires really easy once both sides are prepped.
I think still doesn't like to connect to the wire, even with the rosin. Oh, it just landed on the ground.
Yeah. Be careful. You're gonna burn your carpet.
No, I have fireproof carpet.
Nice.
You
Just
have
kidding.
fireproof wood.
No,
That'd be cool.
I was making a joke.
So what I have is like I have a mat right here in case it some of the particles of solder fall, then nothing happens to the desk that's under.
Yeah. I'm working on my desk, but it was like the way I had the wire sticking straight up, and it flicked it and like flung the solder off onto my carpet.
Yeah.
So I'll have to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Okay, so I have mine prepped. I'm going to try to attempt soldering these wires together.
How do you get the? Did you put the solder on the camera wires?
Yeah.
Okay, that makes much more sense.
This is going to be a difficult one. Let's see. Let me take those off so I can focus on one cable. So one wire. So using the helping hands, try to get them as close together as possible so you don't have to hold them together. Because that's the purpose of this, to free up your hands to, in this case, one hand for the solder and the other one for the solder iron. And I'm going to try it. So I got one successful connection. I'm going to tug on it, make sure it doesn't come off. And we are good with that cable, with that, yeah, that wire. 2.
So you're connecting the camera with the 3 cut wires, right?
Yeah.
Are you doing them for the helping hands? When you connected them, are you connecting them one by one or all 3 of them at the same time?
I suggest focus on one, just because one's hard enough,
Okay.
at least for me.
Yeah, it's pretty difficult.
I got the second one. Let me click on it. Seems to be good. And on to the third cable. Oh no. I was so close. And just burned the mat a little bit. Wow, I am really struggling with this last one.
The hardest part was stripping the wires. Everything else is kind of simple.
What? I think this is harder. I don't know.
Kind of difficult. I think I have
Need
actually.
finesse. When you come to my level of finesse one day, you'll see how easy it is.
Got it. Okay, I think I got it. Oops. Okay. So mine look a bit funky because the wire length isn't the same. So if you guys have any wires that you haven't put on there, maybe try to match the length, or not. It doesn't really matter.
All right.
That's just for aesthetics.
well, that
I
didn't
got
stick at
the
all.
3 camera wires. Are we gonna do the other ones too at the same time right now?
Yeah, might as well. So I was just setting those up right now. In my case, I'm using a white and a black wire.
Do you have to cut the transmitter? Oh
No,
wait, never mind. Wait, this makes no sense. What are we? Wait, the 2 wires that the females connect to on the transmitter on the new one. What
yeah.
do the other ends connect to?
So we're gonna connect that to the battery XTC socket over here.
Okay.
So we're going to redo some of the work from a previous session to hopefully come out with an easier and easier solution that works just as well.
Okay. So
This is
I
not
just redo
sticking.
that part. I take the tape off.
Yeah, so take the tape off the XT60 connectors. So I already took my tape off, and we're going to attach the extra 2 wires that we have to these connections right now. In my case, the black cable is going to go to black cable like that, and then the white one to the red.
It doesn't matter right now because we haven't connected the wires yet. But
Yeah.
Okay. We don't need to add more solder, right? Because there should be a lot there.
Yeah.
There's a lot for me. Hello.
Yeah, I'm still having trouble trying to solder these wires.
Okay.
The
Yeah.
rosin isn't really helping.
The black rubber covering is still there. Should I like remove it?
Yeah.
Way.
If you need to, I'm actually doing that right now because I'm running into the same issue.
Are you using a wire cutter for this?
Yeah.
All right, I think that did it.
All right. So what we're doing is we're removing the tape from the XT60 connector on the ESC.
That's after the camera thing that we just, or the wires that we just soldered.
Yeah.
Are we gonna tape those, or no?
Yeah, we will. Maybe we could do that in a different steps, just so we stay together.
Okay. So let's see. I got that done.
Wait, so I'm putting the end connectors, these connectors,
Yeah,
to the battery side, right? That's it for now. That's what we're doing now.
right. So the battery side, you mean the connector, right?
Yeah.
So now there's 2 wires on each. There's going to be 3 on each by the time we're done, right? So in my case, I'm going to add a little bit more solder. I think it'll help me in my case.
Oh, what wires are we soldering to the battery connector?
So you should have 2 extra wires, right?
Yeah.
So you would connect one of the exposed wire leads into that same connector where there's 2
Okay.
wires at that same point.
Yeah, what mine's did, it basically cut the actual strands off.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I think I must have cut it beforehand.
Yeah. So the tricky part with this part is if we mess up and disconnect the other 2 cables, then that's going to be more work, and now we have to connect all 3 again.
Electrical tape covering, or not electrical. I have like those heat insulated tubing, but it
Yeah.
doesn't go all the way to the connection end. So I think it's gonna help keep it all together.
Yeah, if you want to leave it on there and it doesn't interfere, go ahead.
I'm just taking. I guess I put insulation tubes and then tape on top of that. So I'm just gonna take the tape off.
My thing keeps falling. Okay, 3rd time's the charm. Let's try this out. I'm like melting part of the connector on accident, not on purpose. Like the yellow plastic is like
Yeah.
melted off.
Oh wait, I need solder.
The whole connector's on. So I got the first piece on. I'm going to tug on it, and it looks pretty good. So I'm going to move on to the second one.
On my table.
There goes your table.
Yeah, my table is gonna need some work after this.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I can't strip this stupid.
Yeah. It's a struggle when we don't have the right tools. So some quality wire strippers are like
I can't hear.
40, $50. I don't know if maybe at a later point invest in some of those. Where is all this going? What? Come on. So I'm trying this out. So I'm using the wire to dip into the rosin paste, and I'm trying to get some of the paste onto the actual connector where the two wires are, in hopes that it can stick a lot easier like that.
Okay.
Just add the solder to the longer wire and then do it together.
Yeah, that's another good idea. So I'm going to add a big chunk to the small cable that we're attaching.
Oh, this ain't going.
Smoke show. And now none of the solder is sticking to my wire, so I'm going to cut it and retry it. So I don't know what happened.
I got one of them connected, I think. Let me see
Nice.
how strong it is.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to this cable. It just doesn't want to stick anymore.
I think with the rosin, you just need a lot of it.
Yeah. Let me try a different wire. Maybe it's the wire.
Like I'm opting to just put a ton of it on each of the wires now, and it seems to be doing a little better.
Yeah, I think it's that wire. I don't know what happened to it, so I'm going to discard this wire that I'm struggling with, and use another one.
How did this wire was held in place, and then I started heating it up, and it just fell. Dang it.
Hey, what?
Um, they're just falling all over the place with this helping hand. It's hard to
Yeah.
get them steady. Why does it not want to stick?
How's it going for you, Armand?
Good. I'm on my last one.
Nice.
And remember that the battery connector gets hot when you're heating it up.
Yeah. Make sure to use that. That's what the helping hands are helpful for.
I think I got it. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna have to add solder.
they're connected. Are these the only wires that we're soldering to the battery connector?
Yeah.
Okay.
So since you're ahead of us, you could try taping these up.
Okay. I'm just gonna wait till it cools down a little more.
Oh yeah. Good idea.
Okay, I'm done.
Oh no. You're ahead of me too. So yeah, just like Solomon was saying, wait a little bit and then we're gonna tape these up. You could tape up the these, right? The ones for the camera.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, do all 5 of them.
Well, I think I finally got it also. So
There goes the wire. It fell off. Dang it.
no. So was that because the solder connection wasn't good enough?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they play tricks on you. Like they look like they're good, but like any little force and they just fall.
Okay, let me redo that.
These 3 have been taped up on my end, and one's from the camera, and I'm going to move on to taping the ones from the ESC.
All right.
Oh shoot, we didn't connect the wires yet. You don't need the soldering iron anymore, right?
Yeah, we have one more thing to do.
You do?
Yeah. So we're going to desolder something real quick.
Oh, it was on the like the 20 amp board, right?
Yeah.
See, is
I was
this?
hearing some crickling sounds. Okay. I just have one more tape to go, and then that's it.
Nice. So
I'm finishing the battery connector, and then I have the other 3 to tape up. All right, there we go on that. That was tough.
So on the piece that we're going to desolder, this is the ideal scenario. This is the part of the broken drone that I haven't fixed yet. So you see that big red and the black wire?
Yeah.
You see how
Yeah.
they're kind
Oh,
of
that's already desoldered for me.
Oh no,
Oh, you-
yeah, this is our goal, right? So desolder so that only the red and the black wire are touching and that they're angled outwards, right? Outwards from the center.
Okay.
Wait, the pre-built ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're removing the ones I think it was from the old antenna.
Oh, the old antenna one. I already removed that one.
I
Are we
haven't got
removing-
to it yet.
Are we removing this one again? Sorry. So having it where it was pre-built, right?
Yeah.
Those big wires. Okay. And we just removed the old antenna, right?
Yeah, so the old antenna is completely gone.
Okay, then no more soldering iron for me.
All right, did you angle them outwards? Because that's going to be important because otherwise the thing's not going to fit the frame.
I mean, it's already out there.
That was tough.
Oh, that didn't.
So this is what we have, right? And what I mean by angle outwards is you want to hit the solder on the black one and that red one, so
Yeah.
that there's a gap in between here. You see how there's no gap?
Oh. I mean, it looks pretty good to me.
All right. Well, yeah. If anything, you might have to readjust that later when we're trying to put the frame on. But let me try to do it and show you what I mean.
I'm gonna use these heat shrinks. I think that's gonna make it a lot easier
Oh
on
yeah.
my mentality.
Did you say for your mentality?
Yeah. Because the rosin isn't allowing the tape to stick.
Yeah.
That's a flight controller which you don't have. Or is that the EC?
This one?
Yeah.
You see.
It seems good to me. Okay, now we gotta start plugging stuff in.
Where'd that go?
Ooh, they got hot. So pretty much, I found out that this connector for the transmitter, um, there's a red and a black one, right? And that black one is not big enough for us to fit these three sockets in there. So what we're gonna have to do is improvise and break a little bit of this off.
All right.
Break a little bit of the black off.
Yeah.
The wolf rod part we can just put inside somehow.
Yeah, so this only goes in one way to the transmitter. So just go ahead and stick it in there.
No, I was talking about the wolf rod, the old part.
Oh, that should be completely off, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which wire goes to which wire?
Uh, so if you color coded them, just
I mean, I can look.
wire them back. Okay, but yeah, if you didn't, just take a look at the transmitter.
Yeah.
So it's gonna say something like,
No, I know, I got that part, but the camera.
yeah,
So the red wire is what goes to the V out.
yeah,
The black wire of the camera goes to the ground, which is the blue wire,
yep,
and then yellow goes to the video in.
yep. You got it.
Okay. So red goes to V out.
Yeah.
It's not going in. Do I have to shove it?
Oh, for the transmitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to cut the top off without cutting the pins themselves. So just cut the plastic around it.
How do you do that? Just the wire cutter?
Yeah.
All right, I got the camera wires heat shrinked, so let me plug them all in.
Oh man, for me it was a tight fit. Like I could barely fit all three, even still. So you might have to cut a little bit more off. But yeah, pretty much the end product is you have this transmitter, the connector to the three cables.
Okay, wait. So camera yellow goes to transmitter yellow?
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't go all the way in. Is that fine?
Yeah, I mean, just as long as it's like you'll know if it's connected. Like just try to tug on it. If it doesn't come off, then it's connected.
Oh, I just noticed if you push them all in at once, it fits in.
Oh, nice.
Did you have to cut it, Solomon?
No,
Shit, I cut it. I think it's messing with my thing.
I was doing that because yeah, if you put two of them in and then try and put the last one in, the last one doesn't want to push in. But if you line all three of them up and kind of just give it a like hard push, they all go in pretty evenly.
Do all the slits have to show up one way, or it doesn't matter?
I don't think that part matters.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm over here trying not to laugh because all that work I did to attach this one to the battery cable, and I melted the tip, so like you can't see the socket. So I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I could try cutting it off.
Oh, dang it.
Okay, and I still need to unsolder these two wires. So let me do that.
Looks like I was able to save my end, the one that I melted it to. So that's good.
Oh, nice. Okay, I got the old antenna disconnected. So I think I'm done with the soldering iron now too.
Yeah. So the last step would be to connect that positive cable that you from your battery.
The new ones.
Yeah, to the red of the transmitter of the 2-pin, right? It has a red 2-pin. And
Yeah.
then the other cable would go to the negative side.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's is not fully connected. Mine's is kind of like a stair kind of thing.
Oh, you might have to cut a little bit off. I don't know.
I did. I cut it all the way to the pins.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
mine, two of them went in fully. One of them is like 3/4 of the way in, but it still hooks on.
Okay, so if that's good, then it's good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yellow to yellow. It's a yellow to yellow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then red to red.
Oh Solomon, were you able to get these two into that red pin, red connector? Because I'm struggling not getting them in.
When you look at your wire, do you see the like how there's three sides that are just black, and then there's the one side that has the silver sticking out?
Yeah.
I put those both facing the same direction. Like you line those up and then you put them in, I think, facing, what is it? How do I describe this?
Oh, I
Yeah,
got
it
it.
wouldn't really matter if you put them both facing, like not facing each other, but like facing the same direction side by side.
Yeah.
It was working for me.
Thanks, I got it. That was quite a struggle for today.
Wait, can we plug
we've-
everything in, including the battery, to see if everything's good?
Oh, did you want you say you're saying you want to plug it in?
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay. We could test if the ESC is good, but the camera, unless we set up the monitor, the
Yeah.
small monitor also.
That's fine. I just want to see if you plug everything in, nothing like blows up.
Oh, we should probably do that off camera.
True. Where's the other end of the transmitter go? Oh, I'm so stupid. It's the thing we just started on.
Yeah.
Red goes with red.
Yeah.
Yeah, the battery only goes in one way. The battery has an XC60 connector, and that'll go going just like that. So we should hear like some beeping. I think. Let's find out. I think my beeper might be broken because it didn't beep. But my transmitter is live. Yeah,
Let me grab my battery.
some lights on. Maybe it's senses an error, and that's why it's not beeping.
I got the beeping. Wait, should it beep all the way? Should it continuously beep?
No, it should just go like some little song like doo 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 or something like that.
No. I'm getting a clicking noise.
Yeah, same here. That's why I'm saying it might be like, it senses that it's not connected to the flight controller or.
Oh. Should. Mine says 83.
That's what mine
Yeah.
says.
Okay. So.
Well, nothing exploded. We're good.
And there's a light and a code showing up, so yeah.
Removing the battery is hard.
Yeah. But yeah, so what we did today was fix a mistake from the last session with the transmitter that wasn't compatible. And what else did we do? We hooked up the transmitter then. We had to custom make some connections for our cables, and we wrapped up the bullet connectors to prevent short circuiting. And was that it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see you guys next time.
Okay. Yeah. Tune in for the later episodes when we finish up.
Yeah, thank you all for joining.
Please like and subscribe.